Today is day 250 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We have... trying to think what we were going to do. We had a couple things that we could have done. I took another look at the project, that side project that Tenacious Raptor gave us, and I think I was more concerned. It seemed more daunting in my mind than I thought it was. So I'd been trying to save a decent set of hours in the middle of the day to tackle it, and we will do that. It does deserve our full best attempt, at least initially. So we're going to stick with that plan. But I did glance at it a little bit earlier, just before the stream, because I was trying to decide on if I deal with trying to maybe do an initial run through / setting up the project and then tackling the project tomorrow. I decided to more comfortable with the idea of starting it. I think it'll be good just leaving it for a day and do it all at once, deal with the struggling of the setup process, and if there is a struggle, and just commence on that journey all at once. So with that said, setting that to the side, and Free Code Camp is off the list because of that stupid weather app nightmare that we had endured for 3 days. That leaves CODEWARS. Actually, you know what? I guess we could have gone all the way back to Code Academy, but we're going to stick with CODEWARS. So let's find us a new CADA to tackle for day 250 of our journey. And then day 251, because I feel like at this point, 2 to 3 months, or not 2 to 3 months, 2/3 of the way through the year, we should be starting our own side project things, and Tenacious's, what's the plural on multiple Tenaci? Tenaci? His project that he set up for us looks like a good side project to start with. So it's got JavaScript and PHP and some SQL, all wrapped into one. So I think that'll be a good project, and I believe we should be diving into that tomorrow midday. No idea when, if it'll be at noon or 2 or sometime, but that's the plan for tomorrow. But for day 250, we get to tackle a new basic CADA, hopefully quick and dirty, as we make our way down the most completed list. Hey, Topher, how you doing? Hopefully your evening is going well. Fingers crossed we find a decent CADA that isn't too hellish, and hopefully one that's somewhat enjoyable. Most completed, level 6, fundamentals. Nice. Loading. Topher Gates. Good, tired, and fallen asleep. Yeah, oh my god. It happens nightly. I have to set an alarm at like 11:20 and again at 11:40 or around those times to make sure that I wake up in time, because I'm just exhausted by like 10 o'clock, and yeah, it's no bueno, but we push through. So what are we looking for? We've got take a 10-minute walk, which we still need to tackle. We're saving that one because it's got 27 issues reported. I know we've done some others that had pretty high issue report counts, but 27 seemed a bit out of our league to handle. We're cool with skipping 1, because building a pile of cubes seemed awful. We finished replace with an alphabet, and it looks like title case is our next one. And I feel like we've done title case before somewhere. I don't know if we did both title case at Code Academy, or maybe it was Free Code Camp. I thought we did something that was title case. Let's look through this, but this hopefully will be a slightly less painful CADA for us to tackle. A string is considered to be in title case if each word in the string is either A, capitalized, that is only the first letter of the word is uppercase, or B, considered to be an exception and put entirely into lowercase, unless it is the first word, which is always capitalized. I also feel like this right here highlights all the logic that we will use, probably for like an if statement or maybe a switch statement on how we go about implementing that to balance out what we need. Write a function that will convert a string into title case, given an optional list of exceptions, minor words. The list of minor words will be given as a string with each word separated by space. Your function should ignore the case of the minor words strings. It should behave in the same way, even if the case of the minor word string is changed. Arguments Haskell, one of those. Haskell something. First argument, space delimited list of minor words that must always be lowercase except for the first word in the string. Again, I feel like that is a critical breakdown, so to speak, of what the conditions would be in either an if statement or a switch statement. Second argument, the original string to be converted. Arguments for other languages. First argument, required the original string to be converted, and second argument, optional, space delimited list of minor words that must always be lowercase except for the first string. The JavaScript CoffeeScript tests will pass undefined when this argument is unused. Example, title case, a clash of kings. A and the of should return a clash of kings. Okay, so of, since it's not the first word and it's not one of the primary words, it's just one of the lesser connecting words, it's all lowercase. Same goes for the wind in the willows. The and in should return the wind in the willows. Also, the quick brown fox should return the quick brown fox, and I think this was the undefined they were referring to, how there's no second parameter listed. Fair enough, let's do this. Good for you. Topher Gates, that's like me getting up for work every day. Yes, having to set up the multiple alarms for hellish activities. Yeah, we've all been there. Tough Nuggets. Well, butter my biscuits. Fun with regular expressions. Maybe we could potentially do that. There can be a regular expression in our future. I think my gut instinct, though, we've got title and minor words. My concern is implementing the secondary portion of this. The second parameter, both when it's present and when it's not present, on how to return it properly. As far as breaking down all the stuff, I can do something like variable. We'll call it string array. Yeah. String array equals title dot. Well, they've got lowercase and uppercase, and it varies. So let's just make everything lowercase. 2 lowercase dot split followed by, let's see, we want to split everything on not per letter but by the word, and from there, so we've got everything lowercase. Let's see what we're working with. Return string array, just to verify we're not totally insane. why is no happy is not a function at title case. Title case? What? Oh, is it the minor words parameter? Is that the issue? Maybe I need to take both. I wanted to sort of separate the two parameters. Title case to there. And then I guess what I wanted to do afterwards was continue to map stuff. Like title case, we can call it here, or TC for title case, and then do like string array dot map, probably function. We can do value with curly nonsense. That gets a semicolon. String array map function. We want to return the value. How do we do? We want to return the value, but we only want to capitalize the first letter. Capitalize, let's do JavaScript. Capitalize first letter. Cap first letter. Or character. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe it's character at? Maybe it's character at. Yeah, character at. Okay. So, variable dot. Wait, hold on, because now I want to make it uppercase. What I do, to uppercase first and then character? No, I do character at first. Character at 0. There's no dot here. Character at 0. To uppercase. To uppercase. I think that's right. That feels okay. This feels somewhat normal. And then what? Splice? No, not splice. Just slice. But we need to concatenate it. We don't need quotes or anything, do we? No, we can just jump straight into slice. Slice. But that would be value dot slice from 1 on. Alright, so from there, what we want to do is join everything? See, that's my concern, is I wanted to see everything before. That's why I wanted to return string array. Then I wanted to test it and return TC. But it doesn't... Oh, you know what it is? It's because I forgot the parameters. Or, not the parentheses. I forgot the parentheses. Let's go back to string array. String array. Crazy Steven, forgetting parentheses. Rookie move. Alright, so here is all the fun stuff we had. A Clash of Kings, and all that noise. And it was all kind of different case, upper and lower, but now it's all lowercase. Pretty cool, right? Left, my bad. So a Clash of Kings, everything was broken at the space. So now we have TC here, which should be taking each of these words. And I know we're going to have to balance this out because we have to deal with the minor set. But out of the gates, if we were to just capitalize every word, regardless of the minor set, we could map them all to have an uppercase letter at the first. So continuing on, let's try that. Run sample. Cool, that works. Everything. I wonder why this isn't green. Oh, no, that's the next bit of the code. Bringing it all together. We need to join. We need to join on something. Join on variable TC array. What do we want to call it? Let's call it, don't mind me. TC array, maybe? No, TC string. We're going to be turning it into a string, although I guess it's an array. We'll do string. TC string. Is it an array or a string? What am I returning? I wonder if they care. The original string to be converted. Yeah, and join will turn it from an array into a string. So TC string. Sorry, crazy person naming issues. TC.join on the with spaces. No, whoa, capital C. Capital C. Now, that's just the initial part of the nightmare. TC string. Run that. Ta-da! So we've got the first one. There's nothing inherently wrong with the second and third, but it's the fact that we need to deal with these, the minors, and this is really where the hell begins. This is where it goes from a fun 15-20 minute stream into a 2.5 hour stream with tears. What to do? We wanted to do this if blankety blankety blank. We always wanted to capitalize the very first word in an array. And we always want it to do something. What do we want it to do? I feel like I should set up a... I think an if statement would be more straightforward. But visually, I feel like a switch statement would be more handy in the end, and if I give it a different variable to equal for each one, and then I can return a string, like I wanted to have a switch case, although I don't remember if it works that way in my mind, but have like a case 1, and then I want to return like variable A, B, and C for what they all equal, and then I wanted to be able to, on a separate variable, either return or concatenate A plus B plus C and bring it all together. I wanted A, because I think there's 3 issues. There's making sure none of these words are capitalized, but if they are the first word always must be capitalized. And then the other outcome is if there's nothing at all, just continue on with business as usual. So there were those 3, and then I feel like the default case would just be the normal one, like the quick brown fox. It just does this, exactly that. Maybe a switch case is too messy, because I don't think it's going to roll through the switch cases, because it's just one parameter that it's checking for, versus an if statement would be multiple parameters or conditions that I could set up and have it gauge and check. We'll do a regular if statement. Crazy person's choice. Crazy person's choice. Tough nuggets. No tears, just beers. Hopefully. One can dream. If something or other. If blank let's set this up first. Else if I don't know if we'll need a second else if, but it doesn't hurt to have. Else. Now, this will be going into said statement. I'm just trying to figure out on where the hell I want it to go. If minor words... Oh, these need parentheses. 1, 2... tab, semicolon, tab, semicolon, tab, semicolon, tab, semicolon. Okay. Overly prepared. Totally fine. If minor words is equivalent to something, do that. If minor words is, again, equivalent to something, do this. And lastly, one of them I know will be this right here, undefined. If minor words is undefined, technically I think we want this. Copy. Ta-da. Yeah. Cool. So there's that. we've at least got one situation identified with when they don't give that second set of parameters. We want it to just run as business as usual. Now, if minor words equals an of the, we still want it to capitalize the first word. How do we tell it to do that? Just the first word. It's almost like we need to do a whole other separate variable, like a first word variable that runs regardless, and then also concatenate on to the rest of this normal string. We could have first word B or FW. We'll do first word for now. We could have first word equal. We can push. We can. Is it splice or slice? One alters the original forever, and that's what we want to deal with, because we want to extract the first word and pump in the others into the remainder. So splice or slice, MDN. I think it might be splice. It could be slice that changes the original. I just don't recall. Slice method returns a shallow copy. That's what it is. Of a portion of an array into a new array. From begin and end, the original will not be modified. Slice 1, 2, 3. So we can slice from. We would slice 0 to 0. No, we'd slice 0 to 1. We would do stir frac. You know what? I almost want to run this first above everything. Above the if statement. Leave everything business as usual. We can have it just equal. We can have everything capitalized. And then from there. No, do we want to decapitalize things? That seems strange. That seems messy. That seems foolish. That's not helpful. Sack of death. Wind in the willows. A clash of kings. First word. Let's see what splice gives us. Splice. Splice is different. The splice method changes the contents of an array by removing existing elements and or adding new ones. So that's fish, and then splice blah changes what the hell it is. So to start, delete, and items. So we have my fish. We have removed my fish splice 2, 0, drum. 0, 1, and 2. Drum is inserted at 2, and nothing is removed. Versus angel, clown, drum, mandarin, sturgeon, removed, splice 3, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, which is mandarin. Mandarin is removed, just 1 at the 3rd spot. Okay, and here, remove 1 element from index 2 and insert trumpet. Angel, clown, drum, sturgeon. At the 2nd spot, 0, 1, 2, remove 1, which is drum, and insert trumpet. Angel, clown, trumpet, sturgeon. So this, I think we want to do splice. So everything's lowercased. Everything is capitalized. We want to take our minor list as a condition and compare it. I also think we want to check for property of MDN property has own property or property of something. Has own property. Has own property runs a Boolean indicating whether the object has the specified property. Has specified property as own and not inherited. Super death exists. How do I tell if it has a smattering of stuff? Oh, I think that's like everything. There's an every or for each or all, every, and entries. Let's check those. Or filter. We could filter something with it. Filter and find. One of these is going to help us. Tough nuts. Is one of your arguments an array of minor words? Kind of. At first, it's a string, but we can turn it into an array. That would be very easy to do, and I'm planning on doing that. I'm just trying to figure out how the do. Oh, I need to change it into an array first. So we need this. So we need a minor words array. We'll call it MW array, and that's what we'll do. Copy, variable, MW array equals minor words and all of this, lowercase and split, copy. Ta-da, beep-a-dee-dee-dee-dee. We can even return that. Boom? No, not boom. Sad boom. MW array. Oh, they're pissed. Why are they pissed? It's because of the equal sign that leads to nowhere. And a smattering of other issues. Let's block out the if statement for now. That's causing all kinds of confusion. Okay, can't read 2 lowercase of undefined. This is where the if statement comes into play. if maybe that should be a thing. So minor words, if there are minor words, I don't even, you know what? I don't even think we need to have anything. I think all we need to do is if it has minor words, we do this. We split it, cut. Ta-da! Look at that. I don't think we'll actually need anything else for this. If it has minor words, which means I don't think we'll also need this either. This is going to get extremely basic very quickly. Let's cut this. Cut that. Paste here. Get rid of the else if statements, because really I don't think those are needed. And now we're dealing with just the task at hand. Okay, cool. So this is also pretty irrelevant. So if it has minor words, we will make them lowercase and we'll continue the party right there within the if statement. No need to freak out. Which means this variable first word could also end up happening inside of the if. Another fun fact. We can also get rid of this guy. Wow, this is all simplifying very quickly in front of our eyes. Kinda cool. So, what are we looking at from here in the meantime? Close out of that noise. This should, yeah, leave that. Death. Maybe not. Copy. Paste. Cut that. Put it inside the else. Ta-da! Ba-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee. Now we are continuing on with variable stuff. Variable first word. First word will equal string array. God, this could go in the other else too. Cut that. This whole thing can all live right here within this else statement. If it has minor words, deal with that. If it doesn't have minor words, it'll lowercase the whole thing, it will map everything, and it will return it. It'll join it and it'll return it. The else, at least from my understanding, should be okay and functional. We're dealing with minor words, and I think just as a general Boolean conditional, I think if all we need to do is just have this in here. If it has something or doesn't, right? We'll find out. Worst case, I give it a condition. Or, an operator. Equals something or whatnot, but I'm 63% sure I can just leave that parameter in there, and if there is a parameter, then it will execute this. So, good times. MW array, blankety blankety blank. What was that? Minor words array, right? Minor words become lowercase. This, all other regular words, also become lowercase. The first word does something. I'm certain of it. The first word, you know what? We were reading through their instructions and they totally mentioned what we should have. A string is considered to be in title case, capitalized, that is only the first letter of the word is uppercase, or B, considered to be an exception and put entirely into lowercase unless it's the first word, which is always capitalized. String array 0 is, no, not string array 0. It's string array dot splice, which alters the original array. String array splice 0 to 1, and we're pushing variable first word equals an array. Does it need to equal an array? I don't think it does. Maybe it does. First word dot push. String array splice 0. Let's do return first word. How's that look? Not now. I'm testing. I'm simply testing how first word functions in general. Okay, it returned an A and it returned the. Take that. Boom. All right, so we have first word now, and we want to take that Do I actually need to push it? Can I just have it be first word equals this? That would be great if it could just be first word equals that. My concern is that I need to map to it. And I think map only works on arrays. And I think this, if I do return first word, it's going to return a string. Yeah, that is an array. And technically, we've spliced and you could only splice an array. And it already is a string array, so theoretically, there's no harm, no foul there. We want to do title case for something. First word, title case, copy. God, this is ugly. First word, title case. So this is a weird combination of all of this. Copy. First word, TC. First word, TC. Doing what specifically? It should be taking first word as a whole, mapping this, no need to concatenate other crap to it. In fact, we don't even need to map stuff, we can just make it uppercase. So, simply do that to uppercase the first word. Hold on. It's this whole nightmare for the first word. It should be string array, splice, character 0 to uppercase. Oh my god, what a fucking nightmare. Copy. There's that. Ugh. But we still need to figure things out. Will I even need minor words array after this? Yeah, we do. Because now we're comparing minor words to that we want to filter out. We want to filter out based on the minor words. This is a goddamn nightmare. How does one want to go about doing that? I think I've made it too messy. I think I've broken the internet. This is generally bad. We've experienced worse. But it's not particularly pretty to look at anymore. Or to think about. First word, uppercase, blah. What happens if I get rid of this? Do I even need to get rid of that? I don't even need to get rid of that. But I'm going to anyways. Let's try first word. Run sample. String array dot splice. Not a function. Why is it not a function? I don't know what to do. We'll go back to setting it up as a stupid array the way we were going to do things. Command Z with all of this noise seems excessive, but apparently that's what we need. Run that nightmare. First word TC. Ha! Okay. We have our capitalized first word. But what does that mean? We need to take that if it appears here. If minor words, if it has minor words, turn them all lowercase and split them up into an array. If we have our primary string, we're going to want to turn them all lowercase. Tiny cat, can't you go play somewhere else? Maybe. You're so good. Your ears are so soft. Yeah, you're good. Okay, but... Oh, what's that? The whole bed? Yeah, look at the whole bed. You're a good cat. You're a warrior. Good, good. Who's got your tail? I do. I've got your tail. Boop, boop. There you go. Pats on the head. We're getting there. There's a lot of variable stuff, but just bear with me. We can compare things. We can compare things and do shit. I know we can. Happy thoughts, Stephen. Happy thoughts. If we have minor words, make all the minor words lowercase and split them up. Take our first string, our title string, lowercase and split them up. We then want to compare those. We want all minor words. Shh, tiny cat. Shh. Go to sleep. You're so good. Over there. Look, just be furry and sleepy. You love sleeping at the corners of the bed. Yeah, there you go. You just want scratches. You just want scratches. Okay, we're thinking through this. We're gonna get there. We have our minor words and our string array, our regular words. We need to compare one to the other. But it's more of all of them to any of them. If I is equal to any word in blank or vice versa, if minor words equal to anything and everything in title, entries, splice every filter, what to do, we could find if it's equal to blank or filter blah. Do we really want to filter? Wait a second, we could filter if that word is part of that. Don't. Hold on. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it. We need a for loop, don't we? I don't know where the hell to put the for loop, but for variable I equals 0, I think it's going to be minor words array for I in minor words array I less than dot length I plus plus tab. Okay, so if we're taking minor words and we're gonna end up filtering them, only the ones that filter through? Filter already loops through. Why would we need a for loop? That doesn't make sense. Filter, if we're going to filter, death. We're so close. We're so close. It's just the ones with this, with those minor arrays. Hey, Yum Yum, how are you doing? Good evening to you. Hopefully your night/day is going well. We are on the brink of success and failure, yet again, just like every night. So close to the end, yet so far from actually finishing. It's a title case. But there are a list of words like so that shouldn't be capitalized. Yum Yum, just woke up again. That's right, you are on a different time zone / schedule than I. What are we doing here? Title casing. We're given a second parameter, a list of minor words that shouldn't be capitalized, like a Clash of Kings, the of, and even the a. However, the difference is that for those minor words, a and the and in, if it's the first word, it should be capitalized. So if a blank 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 blank, that. So we've got our if statement. And right now I just have minor words as the condition. I don't know if I actually need a comparator, an equals or a carets or anything like that. I just have it in here because I assume if it has it, then it will do something with it. There are some, like the last case, that don't have any minor words. So I just have the else. This works beautifully. This is great. Our else is fine. We are in minor word hell. Trying to come to terms with how to take the minor words, assess them against their place in the title string, and process them accordingly. Tiny cat, try not to knock over the webcam. You are furry, but I love you. Go away and sleep on the bed. Not the best song, but an effective one. Please go away, tiny cat. Yeah, good. She got the hint. Pretty sure my singing scared her off. Rightfully so. But she didn't leave without getting her fur everywhere. What were we doing? Oh, we decided setting up a for loop might be effective. Filtering out crap. If something or other. Everything's terrible and broken. We should just Google the answer. We'll push forward a little bit more, but we are nearing the edge of our sanity. The first word. For I. What if we do filter? What if we do filter? Words is all of that. Long words. Words.filter. I don't even know what we're looking for and what we're trying to do with it. I don't know how to process the data. I know how to find the data that we need. I'm just still coming to terms on how I need to manipulate it once I find it. Kind of like what do you need for the value, and then character at, and then to uppercase, and then add everything, versus doing value, uppercase, and then at 0. That would return a different outcome, less desirable. That's what I'm dealing with right now. I know what each of the things and what I need to do to get each component. My problem is seeing how they all fit together properly. I know that I needed, character at and to uppercase and blah blah, and I know I need a smattering of things. Minor words, lowercase and split into its own array and blah blah blah, and the regular words split in. I'm comparing them, but it's the how specifically. That's where the confusion lies. For variable blankety blankety blank for I. I'm going to have all of those. I equals M. What to do? A and the of. We have our title. If any of the minor words are equal to 0, capitalize them. If any of the minor words blank 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 for, so minor words, cut, just think it through slowly, just like this. For, cut, we have our for loop. All of this moves forward. Nice. Okay. So else is still totally fine. We've got our minor words. We have our for loop. For all of those, if any of the minor words are equal to blank string array cut first word, string array, first word. So that also needs to be out here. If any of the minor words are equal to the first word, we want to take the first word and capitalize the first letter. Take that first word and capitalize the first letter. And from there, we want to build out the rest of the string. And we want to, from there, we want to build out the rest of the string. So this copy string splice string array. Yeah, because first word string array got changed, so we want to return, because splice alters the original string. My fish changes, and if we're removing the first word, it will give us the thing. We're removing the first word from string array. So when we go to return string array, yeah. This is gonna get messy. String array, lowercase. This is gonna be bad. Maybe it should be minor title. Title string. Title case. T string. That can be T string. So here we can have after first word, we can have last words. Just to try and keep some semblance of some consistency here. Variable last words. This will be string array. It'll just be string array, that's the thing. String array blank. I just don't know how it's going to get processed. I don't know how it's going to get processed. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around that. Minor words, string array, and first word. Splice changes the original. So I don't know if that's just set up for first word or if it's actually changing string array. I know if it were just string array splice, that would be affecting it. But this is title to lowercase. I think we're fine with first word. If so, from the top, for variable I equals blankety blank. We've got minor words and our title words and our first word. For variable I. For variable I, if... Wow, we've totally lost all sanity. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. Zero brain power. For variable I equals blankety blank. If this equals first word, run that. First word gets capitalized. Add everything else on. That's the first part. That's first word TC. From here, we will have TC mapping. See, this is that if-else thing that I was talking about. This is why I want to do a switch case earlier. It's like I want to get this. I want to have first word equals something. I want to have a comparison for when they don't match up. How would that even look? It would be switch case. They have switch case nearby. Slice. That I wanted. It was slice for that next bit. It was... Damn. Oh, I can't even remember. Our mind is totally shot. Okay, what's going down? Yum yum. You could use string array 00, which would be the first letter of the first word. Make it uppercase. Concatenate the uppercase letter with the rest of the letters. With slice 1, string array 0.length. That's what I'm looking for. Where would I implement that beauty? I'm just gonna write it out. I know it needs to go somewhere else, but I'm just throwing it down because I'm loopy and crazy. String array would be uppercase plus two uppercase string array slice 1 string array 0. Interesting. Dot length. So wait. That second parameter is confusing the hell out of me. What's going down? Where am I put after you make it lowercase? So what am I? Need to reassign this. Reassign this to string array 0. So what? Like a variable slice makes you a slice of your array resting from per. Yeah, that's what. Well, we've got not splice, but that was splice. This is slice. Like so. The middle portion, not excluding 3, so just 1 and 2. That's what we've got going on down here for this. But what am I slicing from 1 and this portion? I mean, wouldn't it just go to the end? Isn't that what I want? Yum yum. After you make the title lowercase, you need to reassign this to string array 0, otherwise it won't change. Slice makes a slice of your array slash string from the first parameter to the last. String array 0 equals uppercase magic. String array 0 like so. Looks crazy. Yeah, it works with slice 1. Nice. But what is working with slice 1? Who... I mean, down here is mapping stuff to it, so value would go in front of it. Because all this is fine. What I'm trying to deal with is balancing out the minor array fiasco, canceling out for the ones that shouldn't be. The difference is that if these words shouldn't be capitalized, but if they're the first word in the title, they should be. And I'm trying to balance out those two situations. I'm just going insane trying to figure it out because I have zero mental capacity right now at 1 a.m. Oh, star 0, slice 1. That's what's going on. Star 0. Try to use index of. In the if statement, dot like so. MWI index of I equals first word, hopefully. I feel like I'm tearing this apart. Again, assistance is appreciated, but I'm the issue. It's not your suggestions. I'm the crazy person who can't read and figure it out at 1 a.m. Index of returns a number. So if index of fuck. Yeah, if -1 isn't found, is not -1. So if each word if -1 isn't found, do the following. First word, oh, equals using -1, 3 equals signs. If it is -1, I thought I totally saw a not in there. That's actually what my else is. I think this portion runs beautifully. Let me cut this out and just we'll get rid of all of this crap, really. This is all tragic. Okay, so ta-da! This is what I've got going on. This is the part that's functional. Return TC string. Beep-a-dee-dee-dee-dee. Everything's great in reality. The issue is that all words are being capitalized. We're given our list of minor words, the and in. The and in should be lowercase, as you can see. However, the issue is that the is one of the words that is in front. So it needs to be capitalized. So that's my whole if statement hell with the for loop. I'm trying to determine how to balance the minor words in the beginning to have them capitalized in the beginning, but not capitalized in the middle. Same thing here. They've got a and the of and all that goodness. A is there. Of doesn't need to be capitalized. Some of them don't have second parameters, like the quick brown fox, just the initial title string, no minor word secondary parameter. So that's why I had that whole thing in the else statement. So that's what's going on in there. This portion should be fine. So I'm trying to detect when there are minor words, if it's matching up with crap, what does it need to do? Don't mind me. Clearing out some of the nonsense. If it's a minor word, you can just ignore it. It's already lowercase. Kind of. Yes and no. For here, it's capitalized. Some of them are lowercase, mostly, usually. But in the second instance, we've got the, which is capitalized, and in, which is also capitalized. And they should be lowercased, which is why I have my minor words array doing the same thing out of the gates for title, lowercasing everything with the string array. I've got my minor words array, which also lowercases everything. And from that point, everything should be fine. But now I need to figure out how to implement those lowercase versions within the string of uppercase ones that have been mapped. Don't mind me. Boom. We can bring her back if needed. Something of... I thought about using index 1. We had splice. So what did we have? We had... Once more, hey, Toasty. Good morning. Yeah, well, technically it is morning. It is 1:26 a.m. Dear God. Why? I want to take... Should behave in the same way. capitalized. The only first letter is uppercase, considered to be an exception, put entirely into lowercase unless it's the first word, which is always capitalized. Aha! For the for loop, it's index of string array I. Index of string array. Is that nearing something? Hopefully. So for each word in string array, we want to check that why does this seems wildly confusing and out of place. That makes Steven questionable. Toasty 1026 here in Germany. Ah, way cool. Otherwise, you'll be looking for an integer. Guten Tag, Toasty. Oh, yeah, no, I don't. I need to brush up on my German. There's a lack of German in my life. Let's see. What do we have? So, hold on. I need to wrap my mind around this once more. First argument, the original string to be covered. Second argument, space limiter list of minor words must always be lowercase, except for when it's in the first word. So these should all be lowercase, except for when it's the first word in the string. These, I feel like that right there is the key to it. I feel like this is all I need to focus on for my if statement regarding the minor words. For minor words, must be lowercase. Cool. If no, should be lowercase. If clean slate, if minor word array is equal to the first word, so if I is equal to string array 0, it must be something. If it's equal to that, it must be capitalized. How do we tell it to be capitalized? Just like this. First word, take copy. If it's that, else. That first word, string array 0, string array splice that, followed by capitalizing it. Copy, capitalizing that first word, and then once we have that first word capitalized, we want to capitalize the rest of string array. This is the last part that I'm concerned on. It's where it's coming from. It's this last portion. We're going to have to concatenate in the end. In the end, we will return first word TC plus blah. Probably plus a space. Plus blank join, like title case. Like this. Copy. See, TC dot join. Something kind of like that. And we could do that. We could have TC string. Copy. But my concern though is this portion of what's actually getting returned. You know what? And we're just going to run it. We're going to take all of this, copy, and let's just spot correct. Let's just run it and see where the actual issue lies. Oh, there needs to be a for loop somewhere near the if statement. For blank blank blank, copy, for blank, else, blah, everything but the last one. So there's all of this. If. Okay. Damn. 2 lowercase property. Couldn't return it. something about something. The return blank should go elsewhere. Not inside the for loop, but outside of it. Cut. Maybe. No. Cut. If. That should be a whole other if statement all in itself. If copy minor words equals undefined, return this. Otherwise, else, return blank. There's that. So now we need the following. Variable equals this, variable equals that. That's fine. For, oh, that's what it is. The lowercase property. Which lowercase are they struggling with? Two lowercase dot split. Two lowercase dot split. Minor words. Wait a second. Tosi, you can't do two lowercase if second argument is undefined. Oh, that's right. We had that issue before, so that was one of the if, else if issues or statements. So what does that mean? Oh, death. So that means if yeah, just minor words, right? Dude, I had just minor words. Like this. I had this like an hour ago, like an hour and a half ago. It wasn't for that, but I realized it was either going to have stuff or it wasn't going to have stuff. Super death. I think I've just confused myself too much. I know this code works perfectly. I saw the if-else section just fine. The way I had it before was like this. Copy. If minor words equals minor words or empty on the first line of the instruction. Okay, okay. I like that plan before I go rewriting everything. Oh. So, God, I'd still... This is awful. If minor words is undefined, just run this. Copy. Else, all of this noise. Minor words lowercase, string array lowercase, for the length of minor array or minor words array. If we don't even need the if anymore, we know it'll match up. So all we need to do now, we can actually get rid of the for loop. You know, let's just run it. Oh, line 2. Good call. Good call. I'm just gonna assume this is 1 mega. For this else. All the way down here. That's the only thing I can think of doing. There you go. Ta-da! Holy shit. Okay, so. The Wind in the Willows. AA Clash of Kings. We can do this. We can identify the source of the issue. We no longer need this else portion. This is the same code as up here that I've been trying to get to run. So there's that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Just some general cleanup. There's that. Okay. Additionally, for other stuff, this else can die. We won't need this if-else statement, because that's just a bunch of crap. What do we have currently left? We have a for statement, which I think is going, that's the else. That's the for. This will be the if. Oh god. Oh god. Who knows where that thing belongs. Don't even care. Just trying to bring some semblance to this fucking nightmare. So what needs to happen here now? Here we have just a true atrocity, the likes of which the world has never seen. For I, if that equals 0, I don't think we need our for loop or the if loop anymore, or the if statement. First word equals 0. Blankety blankety blank. Yeah, let's comment you out. Comment that out. That's undefined. It got some I thing. I is not defined. What if we comment out the if? And now all we're doing is working with this. Undefined across the board. If that equals undefined, do all this. Else, do this stuff. Well, clearly it likes something about it. Oh my god, was there something critical that it liked that I got rid of? What the hell could I have deleted that was essential to this nightmare below? Sack of death. Toasty, the function doesn't return anything yet. Return TC string. Aha. Return. Do I still have it? No, I don't still have it. Oh, I deleted it. Return PC string. Okay, that makes sense. Clash of King, Wind in the Willows, and undefined. Aha. So our if statement was effective. Our if statement at the bottom was actually doing something. If minor copy all of that. Was it minor words, or was it just that? God, I can't remember. Return TC. Else. It was first word TC and TC string copy. Okay. Clash Kings, Wind in the Willows. Totally confused. Maybe you should start out, Toasty, maybe you should start over with some basic pseudocode. Yes, I agree. I think after, oh god, 2 hours though, it's 1:50 a.m. We may just throw in the towel. I think we're just gonna have to Google the crap out of it, because this is just beyond painful. I know we're close, but it just hurts so much. You know what we want to look for? This. That's our trick. Right here. That's what we want to look for. Oh, look. Beautiful. Just as a freaking hint. If title is empty, return blank. We already know title's never going to be empty. It's if minor words is empty. Variable array title is title split. Console log, variable array minor. If minor words, minor split, else minor is nothing. So there's not a whole lot that's either new or different compared to what we have. They've just got some really lengthy setup for some of the basic stuff that we've got going on in ours. Again, minor words, split, lowercase, same thing, lowercase, blah, 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 blah. Our whole top section is perfect. It's this lower section that's just a dumpster fire of programming. Variable array lower and array 2. I think we're zeroing in on the issue. Dear God, that's so many lines of in code. I don't even want to look at it. What's this one? Oh, good. A different language. Son of a bitch. Not gonna help me. Although, maybe I spoke too soon. He's got a for loop. Why do people have blank titles? What is this nonsense? Why? Where's the fucking Google Translate button? Isn't there a thing? We're in Chrome. It should... I can't even highlight the text. Sack of death. Alright, so what's going down? Function. If title is empty, return empty. No one's going to give us an empty title. It's never going to happen. Variable title, uppercase, split. I literally have that for the lowercase version. Minor words, not null. Variable, minor words, split. for I title array length if it's not empty and if it's empty. Blankety blankety blank. They have a second for loop. I thought I was dumb for wanting to do a second for loop, but that's what they're doing. For j, minor words length, if title array I2 lowercase is equivalent to minor words array j lowercase, and I does not equal 0, that's our solution. That's what we need right there. Second for loop. Oh, I wish I could copy that. Space. Hold on. That's exactly what we want. We've been saved by whoever this is. Let's throw that in. This is exactly what we were looking for. Title case, else. That's a bunch of noise. We've got a for loop. They wanted it for string array first. String array dot length if minor doesn't equal nothing and minor words does not equal null. We'll want, I guess we just swap out the whole thing. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Second for loop. Man, I told myself second for loop is dumb. Don't do it, Steven. There's no need for a second for loop. Of course there was a second for loop. Should have done it. Should have done it. For variable j equals 0. J less than minor words. Yeah, minor MW array dot length j plus plus. There's this, which ends, God, probably here, I think. If blah blah blah. What's happening in chat? 1, separate all the words so you have the toasty. 1, separate all the words so you have a list of subject words. 2, separate all the minor words so you have a list of minor words. Check and check, already got that. 3, go through all the subject words. That would be the first loop. 3.1, if this word is in the minor words, make it minor. I think that's what's happening now, and I think that's what I was missing. 3.2, otherwise make it uppercase. I think I have that component, but it's being executed poorly because I don't have 3.1. 4, add the result to a result array. I kind of have that. I've got separate result arrays. 5. Connect all the words of the result array with a join in a space. Yum Yum, here's mine. It's a warehouse. And then in the second step, look at the special cases. What if the word is the first word? What if there are no minor words? Yeah, let's look at Yum Yums too. Well, hold on, we'll look at Yum Yums in just a second. We will look at Yum Yums in just a second. If title I is 2 lowercase, so we already have that. So if what did we have? If string array I is equal to minor words array I, and I does not equal, so that's the crux right there, and I does not equal 0, do this. Second if. String array I plus is equal to, that doesn't seem right. I forget what it was. String array I, yeah, equals that and blah. I, J, and right, and something. And I does not equal 0, do the following. This seems like a nightmare. We're going to look at Yum Yum stuff, because this seems like it's starting to end up tragic. I equals that lowercase. We already have that. That would just be string array equals string array. That's literally string array equals string array. Not a whole lot of return on our investment for that little bit right there. I think it's the following bit. What are the continue is? Do we know what continue is? No one has any idea what continue falls under. The next bit I think is the else, which is the critical part. That's what we were working towards. Else, blah. Which is probably going to make all the rest of my stuff trash. So let's look at what Yum Yum had to say now. Sorry for the delay. Yum Yum does not work if a word in the title is a substring or minor word. Does it? We're about to find out. We are about to find out. Where is, there's Yum Yum's code. Open link in new tab. Beautiful. Oh, yes. That is what I want. Copy this, copy that. Don't even care, it's been 2.5 hours. It is death, this is awful. Yum Yum saves the day again. Here comes Yum Yum Man. Look at that. You see that little kitty? What about what now? Yum Yum does not work. Substring. Morning coffee. The wind in the willows. Wind in wine. Let's find out. Paste. Return all of that. Comment out all of this. Boom. We've got our one at the bottom. We've got that there. Run like hell to lowercase. Perhaps I missed something. BDD to lowercase split map function x and I minor words to lowercase index of x -1 or I equals 0. Return x 0 to uppercase x slice. Return x to lowercase and join and stuff. Totally cool. Not to worry. Not to worry. We're already on the right track. It's a painful track, but it is the right track. It's not a pretty track, but we're on it. So we have this, we have that. We've got our first for loop, our second, our first for loop, our first if, our second for loop, our second if statement. Now we're doing our else. And I believe our else is taking in all of this noise. Cut. What can be kept? And what can we get rid of? That is the question. So there's that. Beautiful. We can... Are all of these necessary? God, I hope not, but they might be. We have our master opening and closing brackets. Those are those guys. We have our if statement down here. That has all the curliness it needs in its life. We've got... What else do we have? We have our mega if, which goes to there. This if statement works flawlessly. TC string works great. The else portion is where things start to get weird. So we move on into the new section. This else goes all the way down to here, theoretically. There's the for loop, which goes all the way to here. There's the if loop with... Does that go here? Then, no, there's the for, which has the if and the else inside of it. That's the else. That's the first for. That's the if. That's the other for loop. Yeah, and that's the else statement. Whew, dear God, that is awful. And we are good. Okay. Holy hell, what a nightmare. Continuing on, now that that's sorted out, let's deal with this. Yum Yum, haven't really tested much, shame on me. No offense, no, Yum Yum, you've already saved the day multiple times on past streams. That is okay. We need to figure out and suffer. We are here to suffer. We're here to succeed. We found an answer. We're just piecing together the last little bits of it. Else something. Title array I equal to title array at character. Substring. I don't know how I feel about that. What the hell does substring do? Title array I. String array I equals string array I plus something character at 0, 2 lowercase, substring 1. I feel like we already have all this shit done somewhere. What if I run it? Super death. Wow, it got just kings. I totally destroyed something. This is sad. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is what we want. This is what we need. We have the answer. Just push through. Be happy, Steven. Be happy. We found an answer. We found an answer. I character at 0. I character at 0. Cut. Character at 0. 2 uppercase or 2 lowercase? This is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. You know what? That's why they've got it 2 lowercase, because up here, for their variable, it's all lowercase. So for me, anything that's lowercase should be upper. See, 1 uppercase up top, everything below is lowercase. So I need to flip that, since I've already made everything lowercase. So I can keep the uppercase here, since I already have all of my stuff as 2 lowercase. See? Crisis averted. So 2 uppercase. But we need to do something with substring? What the hell is substring? What in God's name is substring going to do for us? Substring 1. That's the what they want to have, so we're going to give it to them. Substring for else if else title blah blah blah. There's 0 difference between those two. character at 0 is already capitalized, and they're making it lowercase. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. I think we're supposed to keep the slice. Because they use substring and we used slice, and now there's sadness. Null 513, hey Steven. The grand JavaScript master. Oh, not tonight. It is a sad. It's been brutal. It's been hard. This has been an uphill battle. We've had to earn day 250. It's just a lot of frustration and delirium. We can't even think clearly, so that doesn't help the fact that we're just this is brute force coding. Sheer force of will stuff. Non-production quality coding. That's what's happening here. Character 0, blankety blankety blank. So if I undo that, Command Z. Slice. I could do string array. I character 0. I have no idea. I want to start all from scratch, which is not the thing to do right now. If it were oh my god, if it were 2:18 in the afternoon, yes, but the fact that it's 2:18 in the morning, no. I so wish I could just copy this. I don't understand why I can't. Trying to see. Hold on. We're gonna find it. We already did this, but we're gonna do it again. Because everything hurts. CODEWARS GitHub, title case. Kata retrospective. There's a lot of wow, someone's selling a baby online. Fantastic, but that's not gonna help us. I can't even highlight anything on the website. It's like they're mocking us. Haskell's are missing. The test asserts, the wind in the willows. Screw that noise. Look, does he have title case in here? Title case? Nothing? Nope. Not interested then. This is also noise. Damn. JavaScript. Title case. the motivation is gone, but the determined thing, copy and paste is bad. We understand all the individual components, it's amazing, but we're not going to do any good by just being confused. So, we're looking for non-regular expression answers, ideally. Title case with the for loop. Split for I, characters slicing, joining, without comments. Blankety blankety blank, similar to our basic one. And with map method, which that's what we used. But that doesn't really factor in the minor words being avoided. So that doesn't help us, that doesn't help us. To title case, okay, JavaScript, yes, good. And is there a thing? Note that sentence title case input is assumed. Converts test UI to title case JavaScript. Improved. I guess we can click on both. Acknowledgements, JavaScript. Yeah, fascinating. Improved and acknowledged, and things about stuff. String functions, small words. Okay, we can work with that. Small words, there's a smattering of them. Prototype, to title case function. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, regular expression hell. That noise. Zero use to us. Pascal. Yeah, that's sure. That could be helpful to someone, not us. Check out my code. Not tested, but should work. Go through it line for line and see if you understand it. I could be into that. Toasty. I've only got 2 or 3 more of these nonsense ones to look through. Sample solution. Meta BS. Function string. Null. Return false. String replace. This is a regular expression one, but it's pretty straightforward. So it still makes sense. Words, spaces, function, return text, character at 0 to uppercase, plus substring 1 to lowercase. That seems like it's going to return everything because, again, one single parameter. So that's not help anybody. Convert to title case. Capitalize with confidence. Developer program. GitHub project. Now, how do I steal their code? I think we're heading down a very different path. I think that's a different programming career. Just include the JS.to title case to the string you want converted. Whoa. What? Capitalize with confidence. I wrote some JavaScript to convert text to title case in response to blanky blank's public call. Smart property case titles are now yours for the taking. Developer and programs, if you'd like to add to title case to your own website or app, you can get that code on the GitHub project page. Yeah, and include JS or add to title case. Yes, I am. All about the two title case life. There's a fucking thingy that'll do it for me. Special place point. Alright, good. There was the GitHub project. Some general noise and licensing things. Rate to title case. Was this the same one I already dug through? Not the same one, but similar, but I like looking at his more. How to title case. Capitalize a sentence, blankety blankety blank. Also seems effective. Let's check out what Toasty submitted. Some edge cases. Yeah, exactly. Edge cases are bad. Okay, back into Twitch. Checking out Toasty's stuff. Time to get toasty. All I want to do is go to sleep. This was supposed to be like a 20-minute fun stream for day 250. Not day 250 Steven's punishment stream. For trying to stream late at night again. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. Code pen. What did Toasty gift us with? Let's find out. Let's do full screen over here. Change view. Right side. Yes, good. Okay. 32 lines of fun with comments. Function title case. Minor words. Get us a list of all the words we need to convert. Subject words, title 2 lowercase split. Get a list of all the minor words, blah blah blah, to lowercase subject. Oh wait, minor words. If minor words equals minor, if not, blank blank blank, else empty. Fascinating. So already right there out of the gates, we've got an if statement specifically for the variable. I should have had that. I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. I didn't realize I needed a second if-else statement with the way I currently had it set up in mine. Anyways, subject and result word. Go through all the words we need to convert. For I, subject word length I, subject equals subject word I. It is the first word, or it is not on our list of minor words. I equals 0, or minor word index of subject does not equal -1. Then add it to our list on result words with an uppercase first letter. Result words push UC first subject. UC first, uppercase first. Where does that go though? Oh, it's getting pushed to result words. Okay. Else. Other word, just add it as is as a minor. Result word push. See, so you're pushing from two different areas. That's what's happening. You've got your else if for lowercasing minor words, if it's there or if it doesn't exist at all. From that point on, you have the general else if, and you've got a separate string or an array that you're pushing everything to, depending on how it falls, based off of all this noise. Very clever. From there, we're simply returning result words, and we're just joining everything together. That's all that was needed. Function UC first word, return a word, character at 0, to uppercase, word slice 1. So that's what's going on here, I believe. And it will do that for whatever subject is. Okay. Go through it if you understand it. Understand, yes. Check. If minor words is unset, just gets us an empty array. Correct. I agree. Similar to the undefined that I have on mine. And it just moves along and does business as usual. Let's see, we can take copy nice. All of that is commented out. We have all happy new fresh code in front of us. This will be minors, which will be minor words. Where'd it go? Command Z. Minor words. Copy. Paste. And paste. And we can change the minor words variable to minor? It must be set up somewhere else. See, minor word. Oh no, minor words. I don't know why it didn't change it. Usually it will change the... We can do minor array. And that should be... We just need to hunt them down. Usually, the thing is, though, is that they turn to white, like this. But they didn't for some reason. Minor words, so... minor array. I think everything else is perfect. It's just CODEWARS needs the same parameters, and you know what? I don't even think it needs the same. Does it need the same parameters? I can't remember if it needed the same parameters. I know the function needs to be the same, but I think they do look for the same parameter names for the primary function. I'm pretty sure. So that's all. That's why I was changing those things. Aside from that, let's go ahead and run this. She's thinking. Ta-da! Beep-a-dee-dee-dee-dee. Toasty. Not tested, should work. Well, go through it line for line, see if you understand it. Check. Yes, I was able to follow along. If minor words is unset, just gets us an empty array. Cool. I extracted the UC first as a helper function to not mess up the algorithm code. Minors was correct. Well, minors, the string of all the words, and minor words equals the list of the words. Minors equals the string of all the words, and minor words was the array list of the words. The task doesn't state any parameter names. Not that I'm aware of, but it's just something that I've kind of noticed or seemed to have noticed for some of them over the last God knows how many days. So yeah, good times, Toasty. Well, at least that we got closer. We did get closer. Good times. And we can even run it through without making the changes that I did. We can just put this back and go paste. Oh, that's not it at all. Copy. And paste. Let me just change this to minors. A Clash of Kings. Well, it does return some. It does go through, it's keeping the parameter, so to speak, of. See, the and inner capitalized. And it's also making sure to capitalize the first word, which is good. But we'll get there. There's just something that needs to be tweaked, and my mind is totally shot, so I have no idea what that specific something is, but it's right there. I'm just closing out of the noise from this. That wasn't needed. That wasn't needed. That looks promising. Title by replacing regular expressions. Constant, replace strings. Yeah, that's way too clever. Effective, but too cool for me. Title case. God, I wish I could have just copied his. Would have been so much more easier. Just pull that info. To title case. Microsoft. Anything else? No. Public. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's an MDN approved. Toasty, don't mind me just a second. Alright, crisis averted. Slightly. We are on the verge of finding it. Toasty. Toasty, it is exactly the other way around. Haha. It should be index of equals -1, not equals -1. Sorry, check the updated code pen. Will do. Code pen was somewhere. Close that. Let's go refresh. Equals -1 compared to index of equals -1 compared to blah. Let's give that a try. Boom! Toasty saves the day. Thank God. No, not God. We had this mistake before with Yum Yum when Yum Yum saved the day. Not thank God. Thank Toasty. Boom. Toasty for the kill. And you know what? We spent so much. It was so much of a team effort and so much time struggling. We're just gonna keep Toasty's answer. That's right. This is gonna be, and we'll even submit our nonsense that we have with it. But we're gonna use Toasty's glory, cause that was painful. We survived day 250. Right? Yeah, day 250. Thanks to the assistance of Yum Yum and Toasty's final updated answer. Toasty. God is equivalent to Toasty. Toasty, I'm only fine with using my code if you understand it. Absolutely, I understand it. I was confusing myself with my code. Again, all of these individual components, I fully get. The issue I was struggling with is the fact that it's 2:45 a.m. in the morning, and I can't think straight. If it were 2:45 in the afternoon, we'd be fine. But this is good. But yes, all the pushing the result to the words and the ternary if statement and everything else we got going on, our for loops, and yeah, it's all our ors and the index of. These are all things we've used many a times. Slicing, I mean, a lot of this stuff we already have down in ours already. It's just I got mentally confused, especially here. Oh god, it was bad trying to implement the comparison between the minor words, which it was simply just setting up other arrays to dump into. That was the trick. And then using subject to compare them, and using the result words to store all the final stuff, and alternating between which one we're pushing through. And then the UC first that's doing all the hard work of the capitalization. I mean, it's so great. This is what we should have had from the get-go. Anyways, huge hat tip to Toasty. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and submit this. Beautiful green check marks across the board. Thank God the war is over. Oh. Toasty saved the day. It is 2:46 a.m. and everything hurts. Alright, what did the other people have to submit for their answers? Function, title case, blah blah blah, type of undefined, split nonsense, not interesting. String prototype capitalize. This character add blah plus this. Variable title lowercase. Blankety blankety blank. Everyone had such nice, concise, and I spoke too soon answers. Prototype. A lot of prototypes. Function. I like our answer more accurately. I like Toasty's answer because, again, I can follow it and it makes sense. This is good too, minus the regular expression bit for my personal reference currently, but in general, not bad. Alright, good times. Well, Toasty saved the day, so let's back out of this. Let's look at our profile. Hey, look, it 246, and it was 2:46 when we ended. I mean, now it's 2:48, but it was 2:46 a.m. when we conquered that. I don't think anyone else cares about that, but that makes me happy. Alright, currently we are 92% of the way through level 6 here at Code Wars. Current position 35,322. We were defeated. Toasty survived and dragged our body to the finish line. That's what Toasty just did, to put that into perspective for everyone. Day 250 comes to an end, finally. I think I'm the happiest person who's most excited about day 250 coming to an end, because that means I get to sleep. And in fact, it is 2:49 a.m., so we get to end day 250 at 2:50. Again, yay numbers. Yay crazy person. People that we had in the chat today that either stopped by, hung out, or tried to assist were Topher Gates, Tough Nuggets, Yum Yum, and Toasty, and Null513 for a brief moment. Thanks again to all of you's support and guidance. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. We would still be awake and frustrated if it weren't for your assistance. So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and back out of Code Wars into OBS. Day 250 comes to an end. The adventure continues tomorrow. Oh my god, little cat, you're literally doing terrible things with your toes on the keyboard right as we're trying to end it all. Day 250 comes to an end. The adventure continues. Day 251 tomorrow. In the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.